shop and you just like, I just want a tattoo and I want it right now, you're probably gonna end up with something that's just like not art at all. You know, it's funny because of how much tattooing is just a job rather than an art form a lot of the time. And in a shop like this, it's kind of like the opposite. It's not a shop where there's flash all over the walls where you like pick from a rack and like, I want that tattoo of a Tasmanian devil wearing sunglasses. Like, you're coming in here and you're looking at the portfolios. There's nothing on the walls for you to pick from. So it leaves a lot of it for the tattoo artist to be creative and actually make art on your body, which is nice.
So I was an artist assistant before I started tattooing. That's just like 4 years ago. The owner of the shop is my friend. She told me, why don't you try tattooing? I thought it would be ridiculous for me to switch. I was from a fine artist to a tattoo artist because I was scared more than anything. The medium is pretty frightening. You have skin, somebody, not a canvas. You can't erase it. You have to communicate, connect with the person. There's many factors.
When I was a little kid, the only thing I would do was, you know, drawing and stuff like that. And then I went to the academy for a few years, the Academy of Art. Actually, it was only a couple semesters. I lied, a couple semesters. And I started getting tattooed, and then I just decided to drop out because art school is expensive. And I decided to tattoo instead.
I wanted to tattoo since I was like 6 years old. It was my older sister's fault because they'd always be like, you've got to be a DJ or a tattoo artist when you grow up, you know? I do a lot of color work, like really bright colors. That's my favorite. I like anything that's weird too.
I got my first one when I was 14 years old. That one was also on my back, which I got covered up by the second cover-up, which she's now covering up. So this is a triple cover-up.
The artists here at the shop have a fine art background. They're all really talented, so it will show in their pieces. I think it helps if you know how to draw, and it helps if you know how a figure, you know, anatomy or value and layout. I've been very diligent in school, and you know, at the university I've followed everything, kept the 4.0 for years, and now I'm like breaking the rules finally, which is, you know, don't do what they're telling you to, and if I want to do this and it works, then I'm doing it.
I use things I learned in art school every single day as a tattoo artist, so I absolutely think that it's given me a huge boost in my career. I would always rather draw something than have somebody give me a photo and ask me to copy it. A lot of times people come in with photos of other people's tattoos, which is just bizarre to me. Like, oh, can I just copy this person's tattoo exactly? And they don't understand why I say no. And it's, I mean, that's really, really frustrating. Like, it's people's lack of creativity that like makes them do that. Like, oh, I'm gonna search for, you know, rose tattoos on Google Images and just print out somebody's tattoo and try and steal it. Like, don't you think that when you walk into a tattoo shop that we know how to draw a rose? Like, no? Okay. Thanks for having faith in me, right?
Like, I would prefer customers to come in and just give you a vague idea, you know? Like, just be like, you know, I want a waffle, you know? And then, okay, you do that however the fuck you want to do it. And then that can be my art.
I lean more towards traditional, which is like what sailors and stuff would get. And so for me, it's not so much the art. For me, it's more the historical part of tattooing that I identify with and that I try to emphasize in my work, rather than I think a lot of people are taking it in new directions, which is super awesome, and there's all kinds of new ways to go with things and new styles popping up. But I think I try and focus on what, what started tattooing and where tattooing came from.
I think it's just people's level of like creativity that changes it. Like if they have faith in, like if people actually look at the books and like look at it, somebody's portfolio and decide that they want that artist for their style, then they're gonna get a piece of artwork. If you just like walk into a tattoo shop and try to like get a job, like you're not gonna learn art, you're gonna learn how to tattoo. And like those are two different things, and when you mix them together, it can make something really beautiful.
Yeah, no.